Want to welcome you live to Tyne Davis Gymnasium here on the campus of Faulkner University. Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner bringing you the action in this one. Faulkner against Mobile, the Eagles, the number 16 team in the country, coming in at 19-4 overall, 11-4 in SSAC play, and coming off of a road loss at Loyola on Thursday night. Mobile entering this contest at 16-7 overall, 10-5 in the conference. They come off of a win over Stillman on Tuesday. The starters for Mobile: first, number 1, a sophomore guard out of Bessemer, Alabama, Damari Jones. Number 3, a junior guard out of Mobile, Alabama, Pooh Frazier. Number 4, a junior forward out of Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Sage McKenna. Number 13, a sophomore forward out of Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Ezra McKenna. And number 24, freshman guard out of Fort Walton Beach, Florida, Mason Brundage. The starters for Faulkner, David Turner.
For the Eagles, it's going to be number 1, Trace Hill, the senior guard from Hartselle, Alabama. Number 3, C.J. Hines, the sophomore guard from Atlanta, Georgia. Number 10, Derek Donegan, the senior forward from Atlanta, Georgia. Number 11, Isaiah Brooks, the senior forward from Atlanta, Georgia. And finally, number 15, Daniel Garmendia, the junior guard from Venezuela.
Trace Hill takes down the rebound in the open floor. He goes the other way. 2-0 lead after the Isaiah Brooks bucket moments ago. Daniel Garmendia on the right side loses, regathers, feeds Derek Donegan back to Trace Hill. Hill the hand off to C.J. Hines. Hines works over right side. Then Isaiah Brooks. Brooks back to Trace Hill. Swings it to the corner. Daniel Garmendia rises up for 3. All the way in twice and back out. Damari Jones in the front court. David, we've seen this Mobile team. This is our 3rd time this season with this Mobile team. They were part of the SSAC Sun Challenge right here in this gym back in December. Pooh Frazier the drive. He gets it to go in 1. And, you know, you look in the latest ARC ratings, and they come in 12 in the Southeast. And, look, all we can go by is what we've seen and what we know. You and I have seen the opening round in this gym for each of the last 2 years. We've seen the quality of team that comes through here. Mobile looks like a national tournament team to me. I think they compare extraordinarily well to every team we've seen in that opening round for each of the last 2 years.
I agree 100%. When you start looking at some of the things that they have on this team and some of the players that are here, but also when you look at some of their statistics, this is a team that is a good defensive team. They hold teams around 65% points per game, 41% shooting from the floor, and they're deep. There is a lot of depth to this Mobile team, and it all starts with that man who just rebounded that basketball, number 13, Ezra McKenna.
Yeah, and you're looking at, like, you know, Ezra McKenna and Sage McKenna both start for this team, both big bodies. Max Keebaugh comes off the bench, Alan Lang off the bench. There's no lack of length for this squad, and that's major, I think, when you're coming into tournament play, the ability to rebound the basketball, and Mobile can absolutely do that. To me, and look, I mean, resumes are still being built here, and today would be a massive win for this Mobile squad, but I don't think if they're on the bubble, I wouldn't tell you that I'd bust that bubble very quickly.
Right.
I feel like this is a team that needs to get a ton of consideration, and that one rattles off no good. That's if they don't win an automatic bid. They're perfectly capable of doing just that. I mean, this is a team in Mobile that has they beat a very talented Stillman team. They beat Loyola just last week, one of the only 2 teams in this league to beat Loyola this year. So, you know, this is a team that may well take an automatic bid, and they don't need anybody to like their resume.
Absolutely. You get into a conference tournament situation, really anything goes, especially with the SSAC this year.
No question. 4-4 is your score with 16:25 to go in the opening half. C.J. Hines on the basketball. He crosses the timeline. Gets it over to Isaiah Brooks. Brooks loses it out of bounds. They'll keep it on that end. So this, the call right there by the official, I think, is a perfect example of of something I think I've seen officials do more this year, which is, did the ball go off Isaiah Brooks? Yes. Was it caused by the push and the contact? Yes. Instead of calling the foul, I'm just going to give Faulkner the ball back. Like, I think I've seen that more this year than I've ever seen it before. And maybe it's good. Maybe it's the right way to handle that. But I think it's an interesting phenomenon. Ezra McKenna fights through the contact. Could have gotten a foul call.
He could have. Absolutely could have. Foul came on the backside when he caught the basketball, and then another one when he was going up for the shot.
There's Trace Hill. Gets it over to Garmendia. There's Hines. Hines working left.
Good feed.
Trace Hill into contact, and he gets it to go in one.
Smart basketball. Trace Hill sees the defender's back, goes right to the rim, and C.J. Hines rewards him for it.
So Hill to the line. This is Derek Murphy in the game now, replacing Derek Donegan. This is a Faulkner team that is seeing opponents shoot 46% from the floor on the season.
An absolutely uncharacteristic Scott Sanderson coach team number.
Yeah. Normally that's right around 38 to 41 tops, you know. Jones back out. Frazier will back out, works it over left side. McKenna down in the corner to Brundage. He drives up underneath, won't go. Ezra McKenna tips it in good. 8-7 is the score. There's Isaiah Brooks. Trace Hill. C.J. Hines. Ball out of bounds off Hines, coming the other way. Daniel Garmendia checks out. Jonathan Garcia into the ball game for the Eagles. Brundage on the basketball. He'll cross the timeline with it. Works it over to Ezra McKenna. McKenna back out to Brundage. Brundage over to McKenna. Back to Sage McKenna for three. No good. Rebound collected and lost out of bounds by Derek Murphy.
Just couldn't corral the basketball.
Had his hands on it.
That ball took a funny spin off the rim.
Isaiah Brooks will check out. Aiden Carter into the ball game for Faulkner. Aiden Carter, I think, an important part of the game plan today. A larger body. You need somebody who can move Ezra McKenna a little bit, who's as big or close to as big as he is. And Carter's the best bet for Faulkner.
A larger body, and he's athletic, too, just like McKenna is. That three's knocked down in the corner. But Carter gives you that athletic ability to be able to go out and guard McKenna on the perimeter and move with him the way that he does.
10-8 with 14 minutes to go in the opening half. Brundage back up to Pooh Frazier. Right side of Jones. Jones, Frazier, deep three, in and out. Tipped alive, still tipped alive. C.J. Hines clears it and goes the other way. All the way to the rack, off the glass and good, and one, and Hines shaken up. He goes down hard on the play.
Hard on the play. It looked like it was right on his elbow. Hines does a good job reading the play, sees where Carter has that seal and gives him a lane to the basket. He takes it. Now finds his way to the free throw line, where on the season he has been great from that spot.
I feel like if he hits this one, he's coming right out as Daniel Garmendia has come to the scorer's table here.
He's right around 83% on the season.
Hines moved into the top 10 all-time scoring list for Faulkner with a 29-point performance at Loyola Thursday night. We'll give you an update on sort of where he sits and some of the names around him as we go throughout this contest. And Hines knocks that one down. 13-8 is the lead. Hines has 5 points. The lead is 5, and Hines checks out. Garmendia back in, along with Murphy, Carter, Hill, and Garcia. For Mobile, Keon Walker into the ball game. That's number 5, the sophomore out of Birmingham, as well as P.J. King. Number 10, the sophomore out of Hoover. Into the corner now. Damari Jones. That's a 2. It won't go. Murphy the other way with it. Hill. Back up. That's Murphy. Hill. Garcia to Murphy. Hill. Into the corner, Garmendia. Murphy. Left side, Garcia. Garcia back out with it, Carter. And a shot clock violation. If it was a 31-second shot clock, it would have been a really good possession.
It really would have. And on that side of the floor, no player saw the clock.
Ball will be thrown in to King. King over the timeline, ahead to Ezra McKenna. Back over, now up top. Right side, Keon Walker. Now King, now Jones. Jones to Ezra McKenna, 3. Rattles off, no good. Sage McKenna's tip in won't go. Hines the board. Feeds it ahead, and a kick called. .12:23 remaining in the opening half as Trace Hill readies to inbound the basketball. He'll get it into Isaiah Brooks.
Good
There's
feed
Hill,
from Brooks.
Got a little deeper than he thought he was, I think, before he gathered it.
Either that or he just couldn't quite catch the ball clean. Jones on his way to the rim, misses.
Hill the rebound, gets it out to Hines.
And Jones has a gripe on that. He was hit on that shot attempt.
Yes, he was. There's Hill. Hines, 3. Buried for C.J. Hines. 16-8. Inside 12 to go. The next stoppage will get us to the media timeout. Sage McKenna to Ezra McKenna. There's Walker. Jones. McKenna. Jones. Drive and a two-hand jam. Damari Jones said, foul me on this one.
And again, we see the athleticism from Jones, something he put on display during that SSAC Sun Challenge that was in this gym.
Yeah, highlight reel plays here in this gym back in December. There's Hines. Kicks into the corner. Jonathan Garcia buries it. 11:06 to go in the opening half. 19-10 is the lead. King into the front court with it. Hand off to Walker. Works it back over. Jones. King, Walker, 3, no good. Tipped alive, Garcia controls it. He'll take it down the sideline and wait for help. There's Hines now, 25 to shoot to Hill. Splits 2 defenders, up and under with a left hand, good.
And that's a matchup Hill honestly has to like in his favor in that moment. He should have that quickness ability against McKenna coming out to defend him, and he did it right there, took it right to the rim, used that rim as some help, went to the other side and laid it up and in.
21-10 with 10:33 to go in the opening half. Full timeout, Mobile, Faulkner Sports Network.
Connections matter now more than ever. At Guardian Credit Union, we live to make connections, to provide hope, to strengthen our communities, to create stronger financial future. These connections happen in our credit union, in serving our communities, and even in the small moments of sharing a bench with a neighbor. Connect to your goals. Connect to your community. Connect with Guardian.
21-10 your score, 10:33 to go. In the opening half, Brundage on the ball. Works it ahead to Alan Lang. Lang, a senior out of Mobile, Alabama, number 20. Down to Lang on the baseline. Lang kicks it over. Back up top. To the elbow and back out again. Frazier, 2 to shoot. Forces it up. Buries it at the end of the shot clock over 2 defenders. Pooh Frazier don't care.
It's just too easy otherwise.
I'm telling you. You talk about guys who put on a show up here back in December. There's one of them. 21-13. Steele. Lang ahead to Jones and a foul by C.J. Hines. Just kind of a cheapie there by Hines. And that will get us to the media timeout if they remember it. They do.
And they do.
Faulkner Sports Network.
I don't know if there's anything I like better than good barbecue. Full Moon has the best barbecue and best smoked wings in town, and those onion rings are out of this world. Go by after the game and use your ticket for a buy one get one free barbecue sandwich. Say hi to Chris in person at 7660 East Chase Parkway or give him a call at 334-676-5999.
21-13 with 9:35 to go in the half. Jones out to Lang. Brundage and Frazier. Now they swing it over into the corner, and they say Keon Walker stepped on the line. .9:28 in counting. Hines over the timeline. Hill, Garmendia. Bounces it ahead to Hines. Off the glass, no good. Rebound taken down to Mari Jones. Jones, Frazier, drive, no good. Tipped alive. Lang gets fouled on the loose ball.
Foul's going to go on Daniel Garmendia, looks like.
Jones with it. Tries to shake Hill, kicks it out. Frazier, buried. Pooh Frazier shooting his team right back in this one. 2 straight threes for him. Hines ahead to Brooks, and now Hill. And there's Garmendia and Garcia. Brooks. Hines. Working left down in the corner, Trace Hill. Hines, Garmendia, Garcia. Karam's off. There's Walker. Through, up into contact, and they go offensive there. Keon Walker with a foul.
Isaiah Brooks stepping up, taking that charge. Good defensive play, especially since Hines had fallen down up top, not allowed the Mobile player to get to the rim.
21-16. 8:13 to go in the half. Faulkner trying to get it in against this press. Garmendia still got to get over the timeline. He does. There's Hines.
Smart play for Garmendia, just backing up and using that extra time, because if he crossed half court, that trap was going to be there right set up for him.
Brooks lays it in, a foul. The layup misses, but Brundage called for the foul as he was in the circle.
Brooks about a 70% free throw shooter on the season.
21-16 as Brooks goes to the stripe. First one good for Isaiah. Second one up and misses. Brundage over the timeline, gets it ahead to Jones. Jones gets it out. There's Brundage into the corner. Frazier. Frazier to Lang to Jones. Jones off the screen. Misses, rebound, Brooks. Garmendia got it to Brooks. Brooks on the drive, and Lang called for the foul. I will say that I think there's more selling going on out there than you normally see on Monday Night Raw. Brooks back to the line. First one up and good.
He's going to make sure I wasn't going crazy, because I was with you. The foul was on Lang, but I saw the official put up 11, it looked like. So just making sure that something wasn't happening here.
Yeah, nothing got wonky there. That one good. 24-16. Brundage working left. Turns off the defender. Sage McKenna back to Brundage. Now Frazier. Now Ezra McKenna. Damari Jones the drive.
And a charge.
They went offensive on that one. 6-team foul on Mobile. Darnell Archie telling his team, hey, stay calm, play on.
Trace Hill read it right, came down, took the charge for Jones as he was viciously trying to make his way to the rim.
He had some ill intent.
He did. He did.
No question. Trace Hill will inbound. C.J. Hines. Hines over the timeline, back to Hill. Murphy to Hines. Off the screen, now back again. Hill. Hand off Garmendia. All the way up.
Good adjustment for Garmendia.
Donegan clears the board and a foul call.
And get Donegan with a push on the rebound attempt.
So 4th-team foul on the Eagles.
Donegan's second foul.
24-16 is your score. McKenna out to Jones. Frazier. McKenna. Brundage. The drive. Right-hand floater rolls in. 6-point contest with 6:20 to play in the first half. Murphy. Back out to Garmendia. There's Hill. Hines to Garmendia. Down to Murphy. Donegan. Hines. Step back three. In and out. Ezra McKenna clears it again. His 5th rebound. Damari Jones to Ezra McKenna. McKenna spins and lays it in with the left hand. 4-point game. Hines the drive, threw up, right hand won't go. Rebound taken down to Damari Jones. Mobile on its run now. It's a 9-3 stretch for them. Into the corner. Sage McKenna. Now down to the opposite side. Frazier buried. Pooh Frazier, the first to double figures. He's got 11. It is a 13-3 run for Mobile, and Faulkner with a turnover. That should get us to the under 6 media timeout. It does. We'll take it with them, Faulkner Sports Network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
Told you that C.J. Hines has moved into the top 10 all-time in scoring here at Faulkner University. 1,310 points for him coming into this ball game. He passed 2022 Faulkner Hall of Fame inductee Kevin Mixon to move into that spot. Next on the list is Faulkner Hall of Famer Billy Sandifer, who has 1,377 points in his career. So Hines moving up that list. Hines into the lane, threw up, right hand off the glass, won't go. Damari Jones the rebound.
A tough defense for Jones, making Hines have to work for every bit to even get that shot up on the rim.
Ezra McKenna throws it down. 25-24. It is a 15-3 run for Mobile, and Faulkner in one of those offensive lulls that they've been prone to this season. Brooks to Hines. Faulkner was up 21-10 and absolutely rolling, and then all of a sudden everything stopped, and Isaiah Brooks gets his team back on the board and back in the lead.
Like the feed from Trace Hill. Brooks read it, cut right to the rim, and Hill gave him a good pass right in stride.
26-25. Faulkner leads with 3:38 to go in the half. Brundage step back three, no good back iron. Hill clears it. Over the timeline. Gets it out to Brooks and tipped loose and taken back by Hill as McKenna almost had it. Then Hill kicks it out of bounds. They're going to put 20 on the shot clock for Mobile, which is interesting. I guess they say Hill never actually possessed it. I would argue McKenna never actually possessed it either.
Right.
So 30 for Mobile would make sense here. Brundage gets it over. There's Ezra McKenna back to Brundage. Sage McKenna back to Brundage. McKenna, Brundage. Off the screen from McKenna. Tipped alive and out of bounds. 26-25. 4 on the shot clock. Inbound will come from Keon Walker to Brundage. Brundage, McKenna, free throw line, banks it in good. 27-26 now, Mobile back on top as Ezra McKenna continues to be the model of consistency for this team.
Yeah, good two-man action up top, getting McKenna involved, that free throw line jumper, and he's got 10 points and already 5 rebounds in this one. And McKenna, a virtual double-double machine.
Averaging 17 and 10 on the year, and Johnny 5 is alive. Knocks it down out of the corner, 29-27, 2.5 to go in the half. Back over to Frazier up top. Kicks it out. Rattles off, no good. Garcia the rebound. Hines over to Hill. Hill back over. Brooks turn around right hand, won't drop. McKenna pulls it down.
Brooks rushed that shot a bit, saw nobody was around him, so tried to get the ball up as quick as he could. Didn't quite go throughout that progression to actually make it an easy bucket.
Ezra McKenna, they go block on Isaiah Brooks here. Fifth team foul on Faulkner. (29-27), 1:45 left in this half as Frazier will inbound it. There's Brundage. Frazier out of the corner, won't go. Tipped out by Hines to Garcia. Deflected by Brundage and stolen by McKenna. Fires it over to Frazier. Quick feed, two-hand jam, Ezra McKenna. I'm going to tell you, we saw them in December. We were impressed with them. I think they've gotten better.
They have. No doubt about it.
Hines into the corner. Garcia buried again. 32-29 is your score. I think they were there's some elements to their game that weren't there in December that you're seeing here today.
You got guys that can score on every level.
Yes.
And that in modern basketball, that is the key. And it's bigs all the way to guards that can score at all three of those levels. And they've been able to, it looks like, put all that together here and become a full team for sure to this point in the season.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, again, this may be a Mobile team that takes one of those two automatic bids, and you don't even have to have the conversation, but that's one of the best 64 teams in the country. I'm telling you. They're really good. 32-29 with 49 seconds left in the half here as we get a timeout on the floor. I know several of you have sent in emails. We'll try to give you shout-outs real quick. Donna Wilson email says, hello, everyone. Could not make the trip with Isaiah's parents, but watching from home. Let's go Eagles. Willie and Donna Wilson. That's Isaiah's grandparents. Jeanette Seldon email says, watching from Austin, Texas. Had plans to be there today, but flight got canceled because of weather. See you all for the last home game on the 14th. Go Eagles and go Jeff Seldon. Brian Hines emails a shout-out to his nephew CJ from Uncle Brian and TT Jody. He says, let's go Eagles. And Eileen Carter emails says, watching from New Orleans, cheering for Aiden Carter and the Eagles. We are all in. It was great to get him home for a couple hours. So great to hear from all you guys. 38 seconds to go in the half, 3-point game. Pooh Frazier says, nah, man, it's a 1-point game. Keep up. 33 seconds left here. Going to be inbounded by Trace Hill to Isaiah Brooks, and the shot clock is off. There's C.J. Hines with it. 1-point lead for Faulkner as Pooh Frazier putting in work. 13 in the first half. Ezra McKenna with 12. That's 25 of Mobile's 31. Works it over left side, back up Hines. There's Hill, 7 to shoot. Downhill and a feed to Brooks. Tip right back to Hines. Rebound putback won't go. Ezra McKenna clears it. And Mobile heads to the half down just 1 after having been down by 11. Darnell Archie's crew, you got to feel pretty good about that.
You really do, especially the way that they've come back after that first about 7 minutes or so of this first half. It's really been dominated by Mobile from that point forward. The way that they've played, they've controlled the pace. They've controlled really everything about this basketball game after that initial onslaught from Faulkner.
Absolutely. They lead points in the paint 20-12 right now, and points off turnovers 4-0. I think those two big categories to look at for what they've been able to accomplish to this point. And, it's not them filling it up for three that's been a difference in that.
Right.
In fact, Faulkner's shooting above its percentages from three right now, and that has Faulkner in the lead. But all of the other categories, it's Mobile.
It is, and Mobile's done a great job of coming in here today. They want this win. You can tell this means something to them. Obviously, tournament implications and all the things that go along with that. But this is a Mobile team trending upward, and you've talked about it. We mentioned it. This is a Faulkner team that for the back half of this season has this moments where it kind of falls on his face a little bit.
Sure.
and can't get things going and defensively give up some big runs against teams, and they're trying to take advantage of that here this afternoon.
32-31. We're back in about 14 minutes on the Faulkner Sports Network.
Did you know that 100% of Faulkner's computer science graduates
since 2014 have found jobs
in their fields within 6 months of graduating?
We live in the information age where you either use a computer or you get left behind. Are you ready for your future? Faulkner's computer science program is your gateway to a leading-edge career with purpose.
I built church websites, and through the training and instruction that I received from Faulkner, I was able to go right into my career after graduation.
It laid a solid foundation for what you need to know.
At Faulkner, there are many kind and knowledgeable people that are eager to help you prepare for the future.
In the U.S., there are predicted to be over 400,000 job openings each year for computer specialists with median wages well above average. What you learn at Faulkner will give you control of what your future looks like. Our faculty has an average of 16 years of industrial experience and is ready to navigate you to a bright future as a computer scientist. Come join us at Faulkner University. Your future is worth it.
Bless the corners of this house and be the lintel blessed. Bless the hearth and every board and each place of rest, and every door that opens wide to stranger as to kin, and every crystal window pane that lets the starlight in. At home, I'm going home for solace and safety, home where the world will not break me, home. Never forsake me, take me home.
Connections matter now more than ever. At Guardian Credit Union, we live to make connections, to provide hope, to strengthen our communities, to create stronger financial future. These connections happen in our credit union, in serving our communities, and even in the small moments of sharing a bench with a neighbor. Connect to your goals. Connect to your community. Connect with Guardian.
32-31 is the score. 19:55 on the clock here. C.J. Hines up, and he gets fouled by Damari Jones. Presumably Jones. No, they put it on Pooh Frazier.
First foul for Pooh Frazier.
It's better because Jones already has 2. So Hines to the line. I think Scott Sanderson was arguing about the number that the foul got put on. I think he was saying it should have been on Jones. Because I heard Sanderson saying that's the only guy around him. Hines misses the first, second one coming for C.J. Hines.
In that situation, that would be the only thing for him to really argue about.
All right, Hines misses them both, so it doesn't end up mattering. Brundage, Jones. Pulls it from the elbow. Good. 33-32 is your score. Hines over the timeline. Left side. That's Garcia. Back up to Hines. Hines pulls it from the elbow. Good.
Smart play. Got the defender backpedaling. Takes that elbow jumper, knocks it down, gives the lead right back to Faulkner, 34-33.
34-33 your score. There's Ezra McKenna. Brundage spins, no good. Rebound taken down by Trace Hill.
6th rebound of the ball game for Hill after that one.
Garmendia, right hand lay-in good. 36-33. Brundage over the timeline. Works it over to McKenna. There's Brundage. Deflected by Garcia. Garmendia tries to throw it back in. Can't quite save it. 3-point game. There's Brundage. Right side, 4 to shoot. Jones loses it. Hill's got it. Hines. Hill, Hines. All the way. Left-hand scoop, good.
It's nothing more than recognition by Hines, seeing the defensive matchup and taking it right to the rim. Getting the layup in for Hines. That's now 12 points for him in the ball game.
5-point game. Tipped alive and out of bounds. Jones inbounds it to Ezra McKenna, back over to Brundage. Bounces it ahead to Mari Jones. Back up, Brundage, no good, back iron. C.J. Hines takes it down. Trace Hill. Back over to Hines. He'll back it out. There's Brooks. Brooks back out with it. Garmendia buried. 41-33. And timeout taken by Darnell Archie and the Mobile bench. Reconfigure some things here. With 17-16 to go in the second half. Full timeout Mobile. We'll take it with them, Faulkner Sports Network. 41-33, 17-16 to go in regulation here. P.J. King catches it over the timeline, works it over left side. Sage McKenna back out to P.J. King, and a whistle away from the ball.
Going to get a push underneath on Isaiah Brooks.
Foul on Brooks. Second on Brooks, first team foul on Faulkner. Frazier with it. Left side, tipped out. Up with the left hand and good, and a foul. Another one on Brooks, and now he's got 3.
Yeah.
You can imagine Derek Donegan or Aiden Carter will be checking in momentarily. Not yet. Damari Jones to the line. If you're Faulkner, the scary thing is that it was only a 1-point game at halftime, and Damari Jones hadn't gotten going yet.
Yeah.
He averages 16 a game. 6-point game. Brooks to Hines. Garmendia rises up. Front iron no good. Damari Jones rebounds it. He'll go over the timeline with it. Left side, that's McKenna. Back out P.J. King. Now Pooh Frazier. Right side, that's Jones. Jones pulls it. Good. Think he's going now.
Definitely leaning that direction. That puts him double figures. He's got 10, 5 rebounds, a couple assists here on the afternoon.
Garcia to Garmendia, 4-point game. Hines. Step back, buried for C.J. Hines. Gonna put C.J. at 15.
And Damari Jones was on Hines. He ran into his own player, and that made Sage McKenna Ezra McKenna rather, have to come out and defend him. And Hines took advantage of it, took that step back 3.
P.J. King works it over. There's Sage McKenna. Back to Jones. Jones. McKenna. Jones. Up with it. And a foul. They go offensive. Into the shot clock. They put it on Damari Jones. That's 3 on him. That's going to get Keon Walker back into the ball game.
And Jones frustrated by the call. But I can see why it was called. The way that he went up with that shoulder and arm all out extended, you could have made that call for sure.
15:32 remaining as we get a timeout taken here. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. 7-point ball game. So we talked about the Faulkner loss on Thursday night at Loyola. Here's what that means for the conference. When just a couple of weeks ago, Loyola was sitting with a 3-game lead and Faulkner needed help. Well, they got it. Loyola lost to Bruton Parker. Loyola lost to Mobile. Faulkner went to New Orleans down just 1 game in the league, a win and a split with Loyola, and Faulkner's in the driver's seat the rest of the way in the conference. Could not get it done on Thursday night. Weren't really all that competitive for most of that ball game. Loyola now 2-game lead in the league and the head-to-head tiebreaker against Faulkner by virtue of winning both. So it would take something dramatic for Loyola to not win the league at this point. And if you're Faulkner, you're playing for seeding in the conference tournament. You're playing for seeding in the national tournament and a bid to the national tournament. And if you're Mobile, we've talked about it. They're one of those teams. They're lower down in the arc than I really think they probably should be.
Absolutely.
I think they're a top 5 team in the arc at worst. But they've got them 12th in the arc. So if you're Mobile, you're fighting for respect here. Trace Hill called for the travel, and you're building that resume. And the other thing about Mobile is, you're looking at how much noise can they make in the conference tournament. I wouldn't want to have to face them.
No, especially early on. If they start getting those victories, they get that momentum going behind them. This is a very dangerous team.
Pooh Frazier Frazier, no good. Rebound tipped around. Hines has got it. Over the timeline, C.J. Hines. 14:25 remaining to Trace Hill. Back over to Hines, 18 on the shot clock. Through, up, contact, gets it to go. 17 now for Hines. There's King. Right wing Walker. Bounces it ahead to McKenna. Back out. There's King, left side. Frazier. McKenna at the cup. 5-point game again with 13:50 in Canning.
Again, smart play for Ezra McKenna in the post. Saw Brooks go out to help with the on the defense there. McKenna rolls right to space, and a good find inside to him.
Hines to Hill. Back down, Garcia, Garmendia. In and out, no good. Tipped out by Trace Hill. There's Hines.
And zone defense for Mobile, as we've seen a good little bit from them here this afternoon.
Jonathan Garcia rises up from deep. 49-41. Garcia with his fourth made triple. All 12 of his points coming from behind the arc. Walker all the way to the cup. Nice move to get through traffic. Hines ahead to Garcia. Rises up again. Too strong that time. Feeling it. Heat check misses.
He had the look, but again, nobody down to rebound the basketball. Nobody else there with him. So a rush shot, and that leads into a possession for Mobile coming back the other way.
Hill with the rebound. He'll run it out. Over the timeline. Leaves it for Hines. Ahead to Hill. Into the corner. Back up top. Hines for three. Buried. He's got 20. So C.J. Hines, speaking of people who are awake, C.J. Hines is feeling it right now. So 52-43, the lead back to 9. Second largest lead of the day for the Eagles. Are they going to go ahead and extend this to the media or not? I don't think so.
Doesn't look like it. This ref signaled 30-second.
So 30-second timeout here. 9-point ball game. 12:17 remains on this clock.
And for Hines to go those 20 points, he's got 6 rebounds, 3 assists here on the afternoon. Doing a little bit of everything for the Eagles, as he typically does.
Yeah. 29 on Thursday night. It's a pretty good week for him. $52-43 is your score. Walker will handle the inbound. Gets it into King. King over the timeline with it. Frazier and the McKenna brothers round out the 5 for Mobile. Dump down low to Ezra McKenna from Sage McKenna. You're going to get a foul call.
It's on Brooks. It's going to be on Garmendia. I say if it's on Brooks, that's his 4th.
So Garmendia picked with that one. Thrown into King. Frazier, 3. On target again. He's got 19. Just seems so effortless in his scoring ability.
He is, and it is a guy that he can score off the ball, score on the ball. He's versatile in the way that he plays the game. Blocked from behind by Walker.
So Keon Walker with the block from behind, ball out of bounds. That triggers the media timeout. 6-point game with 11:38 to play. Faulkner Sports Network. 52-46 with 11:38 remaining. Hines, Brooks, right hand, no good. Ezra McKenna clears it. Over the timeline goes P.J. King. King works left, gets it out in the hand of Sage McKenna. Ezra McKenna now throws it away, out of bounds. He and King, a little miscommunication. Really strong crowd here for a Saturday game.
It really has been for both the men's and the women's game.
Yeah, one of the biggest crowds we've seen all year. There's Hines. Through traffic, muscles it up and one! C.J. Hines, 22, going to the line, looking for another one. The junior out of Atlanta, or a sophomore, depending on how you want to count COVID stuff. Free throw up and good. Either way, he's a third-year guard out of Atlanta who's already in, as we noted earlier, Faulkner's top 10 in all-time scoring and continuing his assault on the record books. His name is up there with a bunch of guys that are in the Hall of Fame and one or two that will be. Tipped around, controlled by Ezra McKenna. There's the drive through, up with the right hand, won't drop. Ezra McKenna again, rebound put back good.
18 and 12 now for Ezra McKenna.
He's been so good this year. There's no question that Ezra McKenna is a first-team all-conference player. Left side, there's Hines. Hines off the screen from Brooks. Hines all the way.
Again, Walker from behind on Hines.
Yeah, you can't see it on the camera because of the angle. We're on the baseline and we can't see it. The block was clean, but Walker had a hold on Hines. He had his hand all the way around the waist of Hines and had a grip on the front of the jersey, which enabled him to get that block. Like I said, the block itself is clean, but again, it's only a foul if the referee sees it, and he didn't. It was a really good play by Walker. There's
11 points now for Trace Hill. Go with his 7 rebounds, steal by Isaiah Brooks.
Isaiah Brooks, oh my goodness, detonate. 60-48, Isaiah Brooks with the two-hand jam. The lead is 12, the largest of the day for either team. King to Walker. There's Frazier. Frazier works left, steps back, kicks it over. Keon Walker, push-off offensive foul.
I was just going to say he lost it out of bounds. And
that's a favorable call for Walker.
Mobile going to take the timeout here with 9:15 remaining in the game.
12-point game, 9:15 left, full timeout, Faulkner Sports Network.
Sell online tickets directly from your school's website. Scan digital or printed tickets with the Hometown Gate app. And get immediate access to ticket revenue with real-time reporting. At no cost to your school. It's that easy to bring touchless ticketing to your hometown. Hometown. Fast scans, happy fans.
60-48. 9:11 to go and counting here. Trace Hill with the basketball. Hill to Garcia. Gets it to Brooks, Garmendia, and Hill. There's Hines. Hines, Brooks, feeds Hill. Going to work, blocked by Pooh Frazier, regathers, blocked by Ezra McKenna. It's pick on Trace Hill day today. McKenna dumps it to the other McKenna. And a foul underneath.
It's on Isaiah Brooks. That'll be 4, and that's a good call. Brooks was standing on the line there underneath the basket. He was there, but he was in that restricted territory.
60-48 your score as Derek Donegan's going to check in now. Brooks will check out with 8:42 remaining.
Brooks 9 points, 4 rebounds on the afternoon, but those 4 fouls a problem now for the Eagles.
Jones. They went offensive. That'd be 4 on Damari Jones. Trace Hill's down. That is a concern. Hill looking for help up or a stretch or something. Hoping just a cramp situation here. There is a lot of mileage on Trace Hill, 5th-year player. Still down. With 8:38 left. So Keon Walker into the ball game for Mobile as Damari Jones checks out. Hill, it looks like he'll try to stay in the game, but definitely favoring the leg. Hill will inbound. See what the conversation point is here. I think they're saying that Hill has to come out of the game because they had to delay. Scott Sanderson does not want to pull Hill from the game, so he's going to put Isaiah Brooks back in, and Brooks has 4 fouls.
It'll be a quick trip to the bench for Hill because he's going right back to the scorer's table.
Yeah. Brooks into Hines. Hines, Garcia. Donegan, Hines. Feeds it over, and Isaiah Brooks lays it in. Those points courtesy of Trace Hill's delayed injury. As Brooks was supposed to be out of the game right now.
It's now 11 points for Brooks.
Working left. Brundage backs it up. 14-point lead, largest of the day for Faulkner. Brundage got into Brooks, and thankful that wasn't the 5th foul. That would have been the worst case scenario for Faulkner.
Absolutely would have been.
Brooks to Donegan. Brooks. Hines.
Mobile's still in this zone.
Brooks. Garcia to Garmendia. Garcia. Hines deep 3. Off target. Brundage to Walker. Over the top, Ezra McKenna. And Garcia will be called for the foul. Trace Hill will check in, and Isaiah Brooks is back out. $14-point game with 7:16 remaining. Keon Walker to trigger it. Here's Frazier. Step back. No good. Hill the board. Into the open floor. Hines. Garmendia. Buried for Daniel Garmendia.
8 points for Garmendia on the afternoon.
65-48, 17-point game. Largest of the day. Ezra McKenna back over to Brundage. Sage McKenna. Back out to Walker. 5 to shoot. He loses the ball. Hines has got it.
It's good help defense. Daniel Garmendia causing Frazier to lose that basketball.
Dining into Hill. That's Garmendia. There's Hill. Drive through, up, muscles it in, good. 13 now for Trace Hill. 19-point game. Works it over. Ezra McKenna can't get it to go, and C.J. Hines will clear the board. This is now rebound number 7 for Hines. Hill to Garmendia. Hines. Working left, back to Hill. 3, off target. Ezra McKenna will clear it. And they'll say he stepped on the line, it looks like. No, they'll call a foul on
C.J. Hines.
C.J. Hines. But that gets us to the under 6 media timeout, Faulkner Sports Network.
Connections matter now more than ever. At Guardian Credit Union, we live to make connections, to provide hope, to strengthen our communities, to create stronger financial future. These connections happen in our credit union, in serving our communities, and even in the small moments of sharing a bench with a neighbor. Connect to your goals. Connect to your community. Connect with Guardian.
.507 remaining. Hines with a steal. Drives it all the way, lays it in right hand, good. He's got 25.
Couple of substitutions from Mobile. Number 2, Liam Patterson, the sophomore guard from Perth, Western Australia, is in, as is number 14, Tadias Manis. He is a sophomore forward from Prague, and that's in the Czech Republic.
Foul call on C.J. Hines. So Hines with 25 points in this one. Rebound tipped alive. Hill gets it back in at Garmendia.
I believe that'll be Hill's 10th rebound here on the afternoon.
21-point lead. Garmendia to Garcia to Donegan. Back to Hines. Hines. Donegan. Hill. Good. So 23-point ball game now.
Recognition by Hill, seeing the defender, how he reacts to his drive. Uses that little floater falling away from the basket.
Keanu Walker over to the right side. King back out. Walker in and out, no good. Ezra McKenna the rebound. And a foul call.
Fouls on Donegan underneath the basket. Put Ezra McKenna to the free throw line for 2. McKenna 73% on the season.
It's been really good all year. Today, no different. 18 and 15 for him today, and now 19 and 15.
His first free throws of the ball game, if you can believe it.
Yeah. Mobile hadn't had very many.
They really haven't.
They are now 2 out of 5. 20 and 15 for Ezra McKenna, continuing what has been an incredible season for him. Murphy, Donegan, Hill, Hines. Back to Hill, turns the corner all the way, left hand, no good. Garmendia chases it down. The shot, in and out, no good. Rebound, P.J. King. There's Lang with it. Gets it back over, and the drive by Patterson, no good. And a foul call underneath on Garmendia.
Be his 3rd foul.
Faulkner will travel to Middle Georgia on Thursday. And we'll be back here next Saturday against William Carey. Aiden Carter checks in. Trace Hill checks out. 15 today for Trace Hill.
You would think that'd be the end of the night or afternoon for him.
Hines can't corral it. And now a foul on Derek Donegan.
I'll send Lang to the free throw line. Alan Lang, the senior forward from Mobile. 65% from the free throw line.
Free throw up and good. Second one rattles off. Garmendia the board. Hines on the basketball. He works it ahead. Feeds it over, and a foul called on, I think, Manas. We'll see. I don't know. They're just stopping. There it is. There's the announcement. Garmendia's day is done. We limp to the finish line in this 19-point ball game with 2:21 to play. Hines. R.J. Comer in the ball game, as is Christian Zitney. Zitney lost it out of bounds. For Mobile, they will fall here to 16-8 and 10-6 in league play. They need a strong finish in these last 4. William Carey, Blue Mountain Life, and Dalton. Now, a 4-0 run there not only gets Mobile to 20 wins, but Life and Dalton are both ahead of Mobile in the ARC ratings. So wins over those two teams to close out the regular season and get yourself to 20. Yeah, I mean, at that point, if Mobile ends the regular season with 20 wins, that means they will have beaten Life and Dalton again here. It's hard to leave this team with 20 wins out. I
would absolutely agree, especially with the depth and talent that they have.
Yeah. Still work to do for the Rams, but you and I are believers no matter what the score says today.
Foul on Aiden Carter.
All right, guys. It's a 19-point game with 1:53 to go. Everybody is conceding the result by putting in everything left on their bench short of the managers. Let's play on a little bit here. And
now's not the time to get chippy.
No touchy. No touchy. That's the rule. If I'm pulling you off the end of the bench to get some minutes, don't touch anybody. Keep your hands to yourself is the number one rule in this situation. Coach, I turned the ball over. It's fine. He didn't touch anybody. That's the goal here. 71-54. I'm talking to you like I talk to my 6-year-old. Don't touch anybody. Elijah Jones to Aiden Carter. Back over to Zitney. Back over to Comer. Comer, the drive up. King the other way with it. There's Lang. Back out to King. Lang. Poked loose. And a foul.
Foul on Aiden Carter.
Don't touch anybody, Aiden. We're back to the line here.
His second foul of the ball game.
Free throw, no good from Lang. The SSAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championship Tournament taking place right here in Montgomery at the Crampton Bowl Multiplex. Will begin February the 22nd. That ain't that far away.
It is not.
4 games will take place on Wednesday, 2 women, 2 men. 8 games will take place on Thursday, 4 women, 4 men. 4 more games on Friday, 2 from each. And then your championship games on Saturday. So 10 teams making each bracket. 20 teams from the SSAC descending upon Montgomery. On the women's side, all 10 teams will make the tournament. On the men's side, 10 of the 11 will make the tournament. Ball thrown in. Comer. Comer over the timeline in a 17-point game. Over to Carter. Carter back out to Comer. Comer. Turnover off the hand of Aiden Carter.
Number 30 from Mobile has checked in. That is Jared Harbin. He is a junior from Mobile, Alabama.
Also Grayson Cannon in the game from Deatsville. So a little bit of a homecoming for Grayson Cannon, Marbury High School kid. I don't think we talked about Vasco Souza in as well. That's number 34, graduate guard from Portugal. Free throw up and good. I think Max Keyball also in.
He is.
For Faulkner, it's R.J. Comer, Trey Williams, Christian Zitney, Elijah Jones, and Aiden Carter. And it's Carter that grabs the rebound. Comer over the timeline. Works left. About a 7 or 8 second difference between shot and game. Comer to Carter. Carter drives in. They wave it off.
Got to travel before the shot.
Shot clock is off now. Faulkner will win this one. Question is, what's the final score? 71-55. Largest lead was 21. R.J. Comer the steal, and that should do it. 16-point win today for Faulkner. They led by 11 early. Mobile came all the way back. We had a 1-point game at halftime. Then, as you got into the second half, Faulkner really turned it on. The lull didn't last very long, and they were able to put away a very good Mobile team.
It was really the way they started that second half and pushing through in that first 10 minutes or so of that second half that stretched this lead out and got it to a place where they were comfortable enough here at the end of this ball game. And it really comes from, you start looking at some of these things. They win the rebounding battle 37-31, but 14 assists on 27 made baskets. So over half of their buckets were assisted on, which is a great ratio for this team. We saw them sharing the basketball, getting one another open. When you start looking at other things, points in the paint were dead even at 28. And then it comes down to the other little things like points off turnovers. They won that advantage just slightly, 9-5. And then second chance points, actually lost that 7-6. But all things considered, it was a strong showing here this afternoon for the Eagles. And one of the things that might be surprising to some, they win bench points 12-7.
Yeah, and that's not a category that they win often, but that's thanks to Jonathan Garcia today.
All thanks to Jonathan Garcia.
He makes 4 out of 5 three-pointers in the ball game. So Faulkner, as we noted, they win the rebound battle. They shot it well, 48% from the floor, 11 out of 19 from three, 58%. From three on the day. Shot it exceptionally well from deep. Trey Sill with a double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds. C.J. Hines did C.J. Hines things again. 25 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. 11 points for Isaiah Brooks, 8 for Daniel Garmendia, 12 for Jonathan Garcia on the Mobile side, 20 and 15 for Ezra McKenna. 16 points for Pooh Frazier, 10 for Damari Jones. Faulkner with the win goes to 20-4, and it's career win number 500 in the career of Coach Scott Sanderson. 500th career win, and it's against the team where he started his coaching career as a head coach. His first head coaching gig there at the University of Mobile, and he gets number 500 against the University of Mobile right here in this gym. And a big moment for the Sanderson family and for Scott Sanderson in his career. But David Turner, more importantly for this team, the one loss is a one loss. It doesn't become a streak.
Yeah, it doesn't become that streak, something that you've got to avoid this time of year, get you back on track. And now you've got to finish strong. You're at 20 wins on the season. You've still got a few games remaining here. You've got to finish out the season strong, get yourself ready to go here, gaining that momentum for the conference tournament. Finish strong. That's the message that Sanderson's going to be preaching to this squad here moving forward.
71-55 is the final here. Again, Faulkner will head to Middle Georgia on Thursday, back home on Saturday against William Carey. We will be here for that one. For John Mounts and for Buddy Bagsby, for David Turner, I'm Jeremy Smith. This has been the Faulkner Sports Network presentation of Faulkner Eagle Basketball. Good night, and God bless you.